Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Dragon here, back with more Fate Stay Night Remaster, where today we are continuing the Heaven's Feel route. We left things off on a little bit of a cliffhanger last time. The balloon is ready to pop, essentially, here. And I'm pretty sure we're at a bad end decision. It's just going to be a matter of, are we going to figure out the bad end? Are we going to run headfirst into it? Or something. But for now, if you want to find out, please be sure to like this video first. You don't have to actually. I'm just saying to like it. Comment down below if you have anything to say. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what you see. And if you don't catch me live, you can always check out the Twitch or Discord. Links in the description down below so that you can catch me when I go live. But I think that with all of that said, I can officially begin. So, the bubble is about to burst, and we kind of were deciding whether to bring protect Ilya or go for Reen. We were told that Ilya was kind of key to winning this situation at this point because things are kind of bad. You know, Saber's kind of an altar right now. Heracles just got nommed on. Really, the only servants left are Assassin and Rider at this point. And both, I mean, Rider, we don't really know much about how she's gonna go. And Assassin's clearly an enemy here. So, I think because of that, I'm going to go for the obvious bad end choice here, and we're going to protect Reen. You know, gotta see what this bad end is going to be. I want to hit all of them after all, and I'm pretty sure I've hit all of them so far, but we'll find out eventually. Go for Reen! Tosak is closer to the shadow than I am. Archer's on his last legs, and Tosak is too shocked by his injuries to move. That means I'm the only one who can bring her back here. I let go of Ilya's hand and run towards Tosaka. I can still make it. I'm about 5 meters from Tosaka, and the shadow is another 10 meters away. If I run as fast as I can and grab her hand and jump to the side, I can... I was wrong to think I could change anything. The swollen shadow burst in an instant. I couldn't even grab Tosaka's hand. In a heartbeat, the shadow overruns the forest. Die, swallowing every last prey within its web. My body temperature rises. A lethal jungle fever destroys my body. Die, die, die. There's no vaccine against it. I don't know how many dies there was that time, and even if I try to escape the heat, my mind dies before my body. My soulless body is swallowed as I melt into the shadow. I feel as if I hear a birthing cry. That's not ominous in the slightest, is it? But, yeah, Sakura's gotta be beating herself up for these bad ends where she's technically killing him. She's gotta be, because, I mean, it's not even a spoiler at this point. The parallels are easy enough to draw. But let us see the dojo. What do you do in the Tiger Dojo? Let's start the Tiger Dojo, where we save dead men who beat a tactical retreat but still can't get away in time. Yep, here we go. This sucks. Barrel up dollars? I don't get that one. What are you sulking for, Disciple Number 1? I forbade you from bringing your main story sentiments into this dojo. I mean, she kinda just got obliterated / devoured, so I think it's kind of understandable if she's a little bit, salty. Yes, ma'am. But I can't really back him up this time, you know. You never sulked this hard before. Are you that against him picking Tosaka over you? No, I just feel sorry for Archer. That's some behind-the-scenes talk I don't know. But hey, that wasn't so bad. Miss Osaka and Archer and Shiro, and you all died happily ever after. Sure, Taiga. Whatever you think you need to think. This ain't no joke, you dumb tiger. That's all for today. Shiro, go back to the last decision and do what Archer says. No turning off the game today until you get out of the forest, okay? Well, it's a good thing I saved and did it before I got to the before I had to make the decision. Otherwise, I would have been forced to continue. Because, you know, what the characters say goes. Alright, let's protect Ilya. Bye, Reen. I'll protect Ilya. I can't protect two people at once. Tosaka has Archer, but Ilya has nobody else. So I have to protect her. In Berserker's place. Hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Ilya, get down. I tackle her to the ground. Again, he's attacking these women. Just as I cover her with my body. My sight and spirit are dyed jet black. Still surviving through the chicken pox. That's fair. I've never had it. I hope to never get it. But as far as I understand, it sucks to get it when you're an adult. It, like, develops into something else that is not quite chickenpox, but it's similar. I can't remember what it is. Shingles, I think? I think it develops into shingles if you get it past a certain age. It's hot. I feel like my body's about to be blown away. A wave of compressed magical energy erupts into a tempest that violates the whole forest. Nothing. My vision is all black. It's so dark, even though I can see clearly, I must have fallen into a black sun. I have no self, no body. I must have been melted by the sun. I have no body. The complete sensory loss is more revolting than any pain. But that's a problem. I can't protect Ilya without my body. The Black Shadow will try to take Ilya away. I use my right arm to resist, as best I can. I hug Ilya with my right arm and hold onto the ground. That's when I finally realize it. I do have a body. After all, I can't protect Ilya without a body. Wow, I'm being so dramatic. I'm only missing everything from my left shoulder. It's all gone. Yeah, you know, so dramatic. He's completely lost his everything below his left shoulder. He's just being a little dramatic. Oh, that Shiro. Such a drama queen. My body's still here. I'm still here. But so is the feeling of loss. Well, that's good that it did not develop further. It's not like every part of me got wiped out, but I still feel a deep sense of loss, as if I really have lost my whole body. I'm disappearing. The shadow melts away without a trace, as if it's expended all its power. Ilya's safe. I don't know what she's saying. Maybe my ears are ringing. I mean, there's also the fact that Reen was too far away. Like, it went ahead and said that, because this is the Ilya choice, obviously, but I did do the Reen choice, and with trying to choose Reen, he drops Ilya, runs toward Rin, and then just pop goes the shadow, and dead all they go. Oh. Tosaka. I wonder how she's doing. Archer is there. His red cloak is soaked in blood, and he looks so weak, like he's about to disappear. Ryder! Surprise Ryder! That's weird. What's she doing here? Have you lost your mind? If you do that, you'll... There's nothing to consider. If I do nothing, two will die. But if I transplant this, I'm sure to save one. Yep, just dropped Ilya like a sack of potatoes. Indeed. I was about to say, I think Ilya weighs more than a bag of potatoes, but you finished your sentence. And I was going to look up, I was in the middle of about to be looking up how much Ilya weighs, because I'm sure that data is out there. At any rate, this body has reached its limit. If I'm going to disappear anyway, then it doesn't hurt to try. Archer's talking to Ryder. I wonder what's happening. In the end, normally he would die. You can't save a person by attaching a spiritual body to theirs. But he and I are a special case. Reen will know what to do once she wakes up. Just once, he lovingly touches Tosaka's hair. Okay, Emiya, let's calm down with what you're doing here, man. Let's calm down, Emiya. Everything's growing dark. The black sun is gone. So this must be my mind sinking into the dark. This is as far as I go. Be well, Tosaka. Archer says goodbye in a voice that sounds just like mine. You know, something to really consider here, like, considering what is going to happen, there has been mention before that Archer is a good deal taller than Shiro is. So if he's taller, that presumably means that everything about him is bigger. Like, he's probably got bigger legs, a larger torso, longer arms. So, I'm not going to say it just yet because I've not technically gotten there in the story, but it kind of is like, did his arms stop growing at some point? Yes, but he's clearly more grown than Shiro, so Archer's arms are longer than Shiro's arms. So, when we get to the point, I'll bring it up again, but it's kind of like, it's something that into my brain, like, is Shiro a little lopsided here soon? I mean, he's down an arm right now, so he's obviously lopsided, but... The shadow shudders. The Red Knight is drenched in blood. Tosaka is sitting on the ground in shock. 5 meters away from them stands a silver-haired girl holding hands with Shiro Emiya. The shadow shudders. It shrinks like a withered tree and then expands like a pufferfish. No, its venomous nature resembles a more wicked deep-sea creature. It keeps swelling, growing shamelessly and endlessly until it covers the entire forest in deep black. In an instant, the Red Knight dies protecting Reen Tosaka, and Shiro Emiya is saved by sheer luck. He was fortunate that the forest terrain is filled with crags and valleys. Shiro Emiya evaded the shadow in a ditch, but his left arm was not so lucky. She awakens from a dream. It's been half a day since she sent Ryder to protect Shiro. Sakura has been sharing her servant's perception so that she could keep an eye on things from the Emiya house. The shocking scene jolted her back to reality. She feels nauseous. She's hit by the vertigo of a sudden severing of her senses from that of her servant. Her sleeping body is covered in sweat, and if she even tries to breathe, she suddenly... The contents of her stomach rise to her throat. She runs to the changing room. Clinging to the sink, she covers her mouth with her hand, not breathing. Okay, Sakura, I understand you're having a panic attack here, or something like it. If you're gonna get sick, do it in the toilet, not the sink. You know? Like, well, actually, is that common sense? Like, I know growing up it was always, if you're gonna throw up in the toilet, but maybe it's different in different parts of the world? I honestly don't know. She can't contain the bile in her chest, and it spills out. Her shoulders heave up and down. Her long hair sways like a curtain, concealing her face from the mirror. It can't be Senpai's hand. She recalls the nightmare with horror. Those images were real. Shiro Emiya protected the silver-haired girl, and the shadow swallowed his arm. It was devoured down to the socket. What have I done? Sakura berates herself as if she's thought something she shouldn't have. So, if she's having this kind of breakdown for just eating Shiro's arm, what kind of breakdown would she have on realizing she ate Shiro whole? Like, seriously, if she's having this kind of reaction to that, what is her reaction to killing Shiro? She feels both chills and strange sense of exhaustion, and can't quite process what happened, or what she should do next. All she knows for sure is that she hates herself. Before, she had a similar invasive thought. If she injured Shiro Emiya so that he could not go outside, then he wouldn't be in danger anymore. Oh, that's wrong. Yes, it was wrong. It wouldn't solve anything. How fickle of her to wish he'd get hurt enough to not go outside. And now she'd hurt Shiro Emiya in a way that had nothing to do with her wish. His life was in danger, never mind his ability to leave the house. Both of these things actually happened. That was what it really meant to hurt him. How could she have wished for something so awful? The nausea won't go away. She's already vomited everything in her stomach, but the retching won't stop. Oh, I didn't see that. They're getting a new event in 2 weeks. Nice. Okay. That's reasonable, so... Alright, so probably towards the end of the month, then. Blood and bile. It's almost as if managing the mangling pain in her stomach and the searing in her throat are meant to punish her, she thinks to herself. Excuse me. Several dozen minutes pass. After running out of even her stomach bile, the nausea passes and she finally regains her composure. She pants roughly. Her shoulders heave, her breathing ragged. She grips the sink in both hands, trying to catch her breath like she's just finished running a marathon. Now Senpai can't fight anymore. Her honest feelings slip out in a rapturous tone. It's a short whisper. Disheveled and winded, she looks up. The image of her in the mirror is weighed down by guilt. She looks downcast and worried for Shiro Emiya's welfare. She sincerely and earnestly wishes for his safety. The mirror reflects her crooked grin. Okay, I want to see that. Like, is it wrong that I wish there was a CG showing just how crazy she looks right now? I do wish that was a CE, just so we could get a... It's like, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So, like, that was a good description, but if we could have seen the look on her face during all that, too, man, that would have been amazing. It's hot. I'm trapped in a steamy stone room. The heat seeping in my front shoulder is like 1,000 of microscopic bugs eating my cells. My shoulder, it's like countless bugs are gathering in a wound I can't see. It's hot. My body burns from within. This is more like a frying pan with the lid on than a sauna. There's a sizzling sound. If I relax, I might find myself being burned black. It's hot. The heat melts my mind, not my body. oozing, roaring. The heat spreads fiercely and cautiously, burning and rewriting my genes. I was gonna say, that literally just, like, updated, so. Will this nightmare finally end? It's hot. The open hole is covered to stop the bugs from escaping. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot, 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 hot. Man, where's Anastasia? Anastasia must be here somewhere. The hole is my shoulder. Bugs barge into my body through that entrance. The entrance, the hole they should leave through, is blocked by flesh that isn't my own. I'm changing. Something unknown is changing me. It's coming in. Knowledge I shouldn't have enters my brain. His combat experience and knowledge. His noble phantasm. Not those short swords. Kanshon Bakuya. He was a blacksmith heroic spirit who favored those swords also forged by a famous blacksmith. Okay, hold your horses there, Shiro. I'm all for giving Emiya a lot of respect, but I refuse to believe he is a blacksmith in any sense of the word. He is not a blacksmith. I'm sorry. That's a stretch. Yes, he makes weapons, but he does not smith them. No. So he forged them too. He could reproduce anything he saw and understood. No. It wasn't reproduction, but projection. A unique type of magecraft that recreates the caster's imagined principle of creation. The heat burning my heart demands that I master it. They were spinning like a clock. Are you kidding me? That's impossible. I can't let this inside me. I don't know projection. I haven't reached that level yet. This shortcut is definitely going to destroy my body. I already have my hands full just being myself. I can't remember all this other stuff he's showing me, much less master it. I'm not strong enough to do it. You and I are complete strangers with nothing in common there, so there's no way this will take. No, even if it does, I couldn't possibly endure it. Can't lose track of time. Can't get out of order. Even if you help me, I don't have the skill to handle it. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. My consciousness slowly returns. I'm in an unfamiliar room, lying on an unfamiliar bed. I sit up. I think I saw Saber in the forest. Ran away with Tosaka. Then I took Ilya and we lock eyes. Ilya's right next to the bed, staring at me with wide eyes. Oh, you're okay, Ilya. I sigh in relief. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'm really happy that Ilya is alright. It worked. You're awake, Shiro. Huh? Wait, Ilya. Ilya dives into my arms. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, Shiro. Ilya keeps repeating that over and over as she buries her face in my chest. Well, she's got me. I really have no idea what's going on, but if she's crying this much, then I'll just have to stay still and let her. Do your injuries hurt? If anything feels off at all, let me know and I'll get you a replacement right away. No, it doesn't really hurt anywhere. Anyway, Ilya, can you explain what... Before I can finish my question, I feel like a long blade is being driven into my body. I'm unable to bear the pain, my right hand scratching at my chest. Try to relax. You need to suppress the left arm, not just put up with it. My left arm? I don't understand. I don't really understand, but I want the pain to stop. Huang Feiyu is the only other known servant uses Bakuya translated as the Sword of Mo-Yi in his NP. I didn't realize he used Bakuya. Is it the same Bakuya, though, or is it a different Bakuya? I calm my heart rate. Once I close my eyes and meditate, I immediately sense what's wrong. If I know the source of the pain, the foreign element, then I can slightly control it. I just need to build a barrier to prevent the alien parts from mixing with my own body. It's okay. I'm calm now, Ilya. Good. I can tell, too. I was worried about what might happen, but you don't seem to be rejecting it. Huh? Ilya seems to know where the pain is coming from. I look down at myself and notice that I'm wearing a hospital gown. A hospital gown despite not being in the hospital? How blasphemous! No, it's more like a bunch of belts than a gown. The fact that I can only move my right arm is proof enough. Everything else is fixed tightly in place. I can't even change my own clothes like this. What's this? Why am I wearing this, Ilya? That's... She looks away, uncomfortably. I will explain, Shiro Emiya. Oh no! A Kotomene explanation, no! The original Bakuya was created from Chinese literature, the Messenger of the Gods, where Huang Feiyu and Tai Gong Wang came from. Okay. And then someone appears who I really didn't want to see. She's recovering as well. I'm only going to debrief him, so if you don't have any business here, go wait in the lobby. Sure you will. I'm gonna leave with Shiro. If you really aren't going to do anything with him, then there shouldn't be any problem if I stay. I see. Then there is indeed no problem with it. But I'd like to keep the explanation brief, so go sit in a corner if you aren't going to interrupt me. Brief? Kotomene? Ha ha ha! Funny. Fine, I'll do that. Ilya walks by Kotomene and leans against a wall. Now then, before I explain the situation, allow me to answer your question. Don't be too surprised, Shiro Emiya. Kotomene reaches out. The priest undoes the belt, exposing my skin. Man, you know, it sure is lucky that despite Heroic Spirit Emiya being an adult version of Shiro Emiya, that Shiro Emiya's arms don't grow between, what, 17 years old and, like, in his 20s or something, even though he, like, grows a good foot taller. In fact, how much taller does... I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. How much taller is Emiya compared to Shiro? Let's see. Shiro Emiya on the Type Moon Wiki. So, according to the Type Moon Wiki, Shiro Emiya is 167 centimeters tall, whereas Heroic Spirit Emiya is... Come on, where is his... I have to go up higher. Come on, refresh page. I need to see... Can I get his stats, please? I don't want to have to spend too much time on this. Let's do Control F. CM. He is 187 centimeters, so 20 centimeters of growth. So CM to IN. So he is approximately almost 8 inches taller. So you're telling me he grew almost a foot taller and his arms did not grow any longer? It doesn't make sense. Even if it's like just a little bit longer, that make it sense. But plus, okay, one other thing. We've seen that Emiya is like jacked. Emiya did not skip arm day. So, like, I refuse to believe that, that wrapped up arm there is Emiya's arm. Exactly, we are having a height discourse right now, bot. Your appearance is not appreciated. But yeah, I refuse to believe that scrawny arm is Heroic Spirit Emiya's arm. I'm sorry. No. They should have... Like, it would have been a funny scene, even. Or something. Like, even if it's mentioned offhandedly, yes, this is the darker, more serious route, but some humor is appropriate, you know? This arm doesn't belong to Shiro Emiya. I can tell even under all the cloth it's wrapped in. The thing serving as my left arm came from somewhere else. It's something alien that defies the laws of nature, that should never be attached to me. This is Archer's left arm. I honored his last wishes and transplanted it from his corpse. His last wishes? Wait, corpse? You mean he's... After that transplant, he disappeared. He was already on the verge of death when he brought you here. I'm surprised he lasted so long. It must be thanks to his independent action ability. Archer's gone. That means the only servants left are Zaukin's assassin, Sakura's rider, and... No. She's changed so much that I don't think you can call her a servant anymore. Wait, you said Archer disappeared. Then how is his arm still here? If he had passed on before the transplant was complete, then the arm would have gone as well, but your new arm was amputated and transplanted while he was still in the mortal world. It is the incarnated flesh of a heroic spirit connected to Shiro Emiya's magic circuits and incarnated by your own magical energy. It became part of your body once the surgery was complete. Afterward, Archer disappeared, leaving his left arm behind. It is now your arm. So, we can just make a bunch of really strong people by having them summon heroic spirits that have a relatively similar physique to them, cutting off limbs and transplanting limbs. Noted. Then this is really his arm. Yes, at the time, neither you nor Archer had much time left to live. Archer's spiritual core kept him in this world was destroyed and you were critically wounded, lacking life-sustaining tissues. Fortunately, Archer's body was only lightly damaged. He gave you the only unscathed part of his body so that you may live. The half of me that was swallowed up by the shadow. The heat that invaded my mind, and this left arm that obviously belongs to somebody else. Everything tells me that those events really happened. No shit, Sherlock! I collapsed in the forest. Then Archer saved my life. But can you really transplant servant parts onto a human? It isn't impossible to connect them. It's said that spiritual healers treat the soul, not the body, and that priest turned out to be a real one, despite all appearances. I'll accept the compliment, but it's hardly a joyous state of affairs. It's considered a forbidden art to connect different spiritual bodies because it is always doomed to failure. The resurrection and restoration of spiritual bodies, of souls, is a mystic beyond the scope of magecraft. That is why I expected it to work only in shape and you would die of shock afterward. But you and Archer are special. I just realized that earlier too. If it was you two, you'd be able to bounce back. Huh? Elia avoids meeting my eyes, looking sad somehow. Oh, I don't know the reason. I just know that you are highly compatible. I was surprised once the operation began. Even identical twins aren't so similar. I tried putting strength into my left arm to confirm Kotomene's words. I can't feel anything. There's no pain. It just feels like dead weight. I can't move it no matter what I do. It's like an arm gone numb from a lack of blood flow. The sensation of having an attached arm and I can't move causes mental fear rather than physical pain. Yeah, that does check out. I think that would be more of a mental, like, mess up than a physical one. My left arm is just a lump of iron now. Maybe this is what being a Tin Man would feel like. I can't move it at all. Did the surgery really work? Don't force it, it's only just been attached. Your body will become accustomed to it in a few days. As I said earlier, you two were exceptionally compatible with each other. You should be able to recover enough even to resume normal life. Chinese name of Kancho and Bakuya is Gan, Zhang, and Mo Yi. It's from a story that some accounts are historical or mythological. Modern historians don't have a concrete answer for it. I mean, you know, fact until proven false. Fact until proven false, in my opinion. But be warned, I'm only saying that your circuits were compatible. No matter how compatible you are, that is the arm of a heroic spirit, which a human cannot handle. No, it's more weapon than limb. It is powerful but will draw you in if you use it. You mean I'll die? Naturally, if the human Shiro Amiya uses the arm of a heroic spirit, the limb will invade your body. No, it would be more correct to say it will drive your body away. Archer's arm is far beyond Shiro Amiya's spiritual core to sustain. If you use the arm even once, it will activate Archer's magic circuits. When that happens, your body will be unable to withstand Archer's magecraft and collapse from within. Hear me, I am not saying that each use will shorten your lifespan. Once you use the arm, you've lit the fuse on a time bomb. What the hell? Is he basically saying that if I try to copy what Archer does even once, I'm as good as dead? So that's what these bandages are for? Yes, they are a seal. So long as your left arm stays wrapped, its magic circuits will not manifest. Even if you use magecraft, the left arm won't act as a part of you. But do not be complacent. Magical energy runs through your body even when you aren't using magecraft. It may cause your left arm to react with pain or activation. I've wrapped your left arm in the holy shroud of Martin to suppress its magical energy. As long as the shroud stays on, it will hinder the arm's invasion of your body to an extent. Wait, to an extent? So not completely? That is impossible. I suppose whether you use Archer's arm or not, it will ultimately consume you. If you want to live longer, then grow into a mage that can resist the arm. Then you may be able to keep it sealed even without the aid of the shroud. I give it about 10 years until the arm devours you completely. That is how much time he bought you. You can become capable enough to control the arm on your own, or fail and die. Either way, it's hardly an urgent matter. In all things considered, that is quite generous of Emiya. Hardly urgent. Someone just grafted this thing onto me when I wasn't even looking. There's no use why. Dude, I'm sorry. I am sorry, Shiro Emiya. But if I lost an arm, and I got a brand new one transplanted on, and was told, okay, so you have 10 years to master something specific about this arm, or it will kill you, I would take the risk, and I would work my butt off on mastering it. I'd rather have a foreign arm that might kill me than be without an arm. Just saying. I would have died in that forest. Archer's arm transplant saved my life, so I would be making light of his sacrifice if I complicated it. Alright, let me thank you. You helped me out again, Father Kotomene. I'll pray it doesn't happen a fourth time. If you're well enough to run your mouth, then there's no need to worry about you. Now leave this place. Reen is waiting for you in the chapel. Kotomene heads for the exit. I get down from the bed and put on the clothes someone left for me. My left arm can't move, so I just slip on a coat. Alright, I think it won't hurt if I'm careful. Let's go, Ilya. Okay, I'm coming. When we go outside, we're in the church's central garden. The sky is dark. It's already nighttime. I forgot to mention the Holy Shroud is easily removable if you wish. The choice is always up to you. You're free to use Archer's arm, but I cannot guarantee your safety if you do so. Keep that in mind and conduct yourself as best you can. Thanks, Kotomene. When we enter the chapel, Tosaka's glaring at me. I don't remember her ever glaring at me like this before, but I'm relieved that she's safe. Now then, everyone has been treated. Archer's arm was transplanted into Shiro Emiya and Reen has been detoxified. Do you have any further requests? Of course not. If I owe you any more favors, I'll be putting my own life at risk. I see. Then I suppose this concludes our meeting. But allow me to ask you something as Overseer. What do you intend to do next, Reen? At this point, the Holy Grail War is a failure. Victory is so close, with so few servants remaining, despite the assembly of masters. Tosaka goes quiet for a moment. Alright, see you in a bit. Have a good breakfast. As Kotomene says, the war's victor is almost decided. The only masters left with servants are Zauken and Sakura. Normally, the last survivors would fight, but Sakura can't disobey Zauken. In that sense, he's already won. Zauken Mato will likely decide to either retrieve Sakura Mato or dispose of her. It would be difficult to prevent this, and neither of you are obligated to do so. After all, you have nothing to gain from defeating Zauken. Oh yeah? So you're saying that masters without servants can't get the Holy Grail? Yes, thus there is no point in any further conflict or combat. It would be the correct choice to remain quietly and quietly return home and wait for the war to conclude. I got my tongue tangled in that mess of a sentence there. Thanks for the warning, but I'm not forfeiting. I'm surprised. You mean you haven't given up on the Holy Grail? Of course not. I'm still a master, even if I don't have a servant. Don't go deciding on your own that I'll forfeit just because I'm alone. Excuse me. Oh, true. Quite true. Someone here marched to his death even without a servant. I'd seen of his own. It seems you won't have to wave the white flags so easily. He's talking about Shiro, isn't he? He's totally being a dick and calling Shiro out. Man, Kotomene, what do you have against poor Shiro? He just lost an arm, man. You gotta show some sympathy. Sure, he got it right back, but still, you need to show some sympathy, Kotomene. Show some sympathy. Have a heart. Oh, wait. I kid. Shiro has nothing to do with this. Look, it's my decision. I'm not giving up yet, and I don't feel like letting Zauken win. If I do either, then it won't help her at all. I blink at her in surprise. Why do you look so happy? Look, I'm not copying you or anything, okay? I'm just not giving up while I still have a chance at a prize. Unlike the way you keep sticking around even though you don't have a chance. Excuse me. Yeah, I bet. I thought that's what you might say. I don't appreciate your tone, but as long as you get it. Tosaka turns away with a huff. She isn't saying that she won't give up the Holy Grail to Zauken out of a sense of morality. If Zauken wins, then we can't save Sakura. If we want to save Sakura, then either Sakura has to win the Holy Grail, or someone willing to help her. Tosaka's saying that if someone's going to win, then it should be her or Sakura. Really, Shiro? I never would have guessed that's what Reen was saying. Thank you so much for enlightening us who may or may not be able to read/understand what Reen might be saying. Truly, Shiro Emiya is a... what is a good word here? Truly, Shiro Emiya is a man full of boundless wisdom and able to translate things to those who may not understand them. That's the only reason she needs to fight Zauken. Tosaka can't actually obtain the Holy Grail anymore, but she still wants to help her little sister. How about you, Shiro Emiya? Will you still pursue the Holy Grail like Reen? Yeah, I won't stop fighting. I have my own goal too. I can't let Zauken do as he pleases. I see. I will not stop you if that is your choice. You have a fatal lack of combat strength, but Zauken Mato is weak. There may be methods of dealing with him. Such as? Are you going to tell us these potential methods, Kotomene, or are you going to just leave us guessing? Our eyes meet. Methods, huh? I can't see any way to do it alone. But with Tosaka, we might just find a way to defeat Zauken. The conversation ends. With our treatment complete, Kotomine says he has no reason to shelter former masters who don't even want protection. We were gonna leave anyway. Hey, Ilya, do you have anywhere to go? I still have my castle. Sela and Lays will come out if I call for them, so I still have a place to go home to. Why are you asking? Well, it could be dangerous out there alone. I was thinking you could stay over at my place if you want. I think it would be more convenient for you too. Okay, but I'm not coming. That woman is at your house. Huh? What an odd thing to say. Huh? I look at Tosaka for answers, unsure what Ilya meant by that. Oh, she's giving me a look that says not to drag her into this. Oh, so you've chosen Sakura-Mato, Shiro Emiya. I don't mind taking Ilya's veil in. Zauken would only likely try to abduct her again if she went back to the castle. Hell no, I'm not taking Ilya in. Heck no, I need to borrow Ilya. Why does everybody want Ilya? No thanks, I'll decide where I'm going to stay. That is disappointing to hear. Then I suppose Ilya's veil will be staying at the Tosaka mansion. Don't be stupid. An Ainsburg master would never live at the Tosaka house. That's so. Then where are you gonna go? You won't stay with Shiro. You don't want to go to the church, and my house isn't good enough for you. Guess you're going back to the castle then? I know that. That's my atelier to begin with, so I don't need to rely on other masters for help. I can take care of myself even without Berserker. Oh, well, really? Shiro saved your life, but you're just gonna run back to the castle without an ounce of gratitude. Hear that, Emiya? She doesn't like you, even though you went through all that trouble. She's saying your house is too stuffy for her. What are you talking about, Reen? I never said. You're saying it right now. You don't want to go to Emiya's house because you don't want to rely on him, right? You'd feel better back at your own castle. That's true, but I need to go back to the castle because I should stay away from Shiro. Huh? Oh, I see. You don't want to avoid. You don't only want to avoid asking him for help. You don't even like him personally. Why didn't you say so earlier? Tosaka ruthlessly prods Ilya. Man, like Reen knows how to be a Soon, and she is showing how much of a Soon Ilya is here. This is bad. I start to worry that this might turn into a fight that can only be settled with blood when... That's not true. I never said I don't like Shiro. There's something else I don't like. See, you're so popular, Emiya. Tosaka snickers quietly. Well, Ilya glares at her with frustration. So whose house is Ilya going to? I think yours, Shiro. I think yours. In the end, we decided Ilya would come to my house. Tosaka and Ilya leave through the chapel, arguing. You could say they actually get along pretty well. The conversation is over. It's our problem from here on out, and I have nothing else to discuss with the priest. I start to leave the chapel, following Tosaka, when, behind me, I hear. Don't forget, Shiro Emiya. You no longer have a body that can fight. A warning from the priest, which I've come to expect by now. That's not true. I can't use my left arm, but I can still fight. I see. How is Sakura-Mato's health, by the way? Sakura's health? I'm a little surprised. I thought he'd say something more spiteful, so why is he asking how Sakura is feeling? What's gotten into you? Why would you worry about Sakura now? You misunderstand. I'm talking about your body. Listen well, Shiro Emiya. Your condition may be precarious, but Sakura-Mato carries an even more disastrous bomb. You may be fine as long as you don't fight, but with Sakura-Mato falling apart with each passing hour. This is why you cannot stop fighting, even if you know it will only hasten your demise. Shiro Emiya must fight if he wishes to save Sakura-Mato. But as you are now, battle would be tantamount to suicide. Do you understand that saving Sakura-Mato means killing yourself? So what? That's none of your business. I decided that I'd save Sakura. That oath hasn't changed, no matter what happens to my body. I see. Self-sacrifice is indeed a beautiful thing. I wonder if that is all the girl really means to you. What did you just say? This is my last warning, Shiro Emiya. Letting her live is an act of greed. Do not forget that if you want Mato Sakura to live. Ominous. Much. I go outside. Tosaka and Ilya are waiting in the courtyard. Ilya's gazing up at the sky, looking a little chilly. Meanwhile, Tosaka's staring at me, and I can tell she's about to complain. That took a while, Shiro. What were you talking with Kirei about? He was just being ironic, like always. More importantly, there's something I'm curious about. Should I ask? Tosaka. Are you just gonna use my first name from now on? Fine then, we're short on time, so I'll be brief. Things are getting pretty serious, and our chances aren't great if we go at it alone. I'll let you off the hook for yesterday, so you'd better be grateful. Tosaka makes a haughty expression and says something even more patronizing. She's hard to understand, but if I were to guess at the point she's making... Are you saying... Yeah, I'm saying I'll work together with you. I bet you aren't feeling great about fighting alone either. We both want to take down Zouken, so I'll team up with you if that's what you want. She goes on, giving me a dissatisfied look. Finally, a light bulb goes off in my head. Oh my goodness. His first thought. Oh, can't believe I get to witness Shiro Emiya's first thoughts. Wow, it's enough to bring a tear to one's eye. Can't believe it. This is history in the making. Shiro Emiya's first real thoughts live. A sudden proposal is the best that could happen to me right now. Oh, thanks, Tosaka. I owe you big time. You're the best help I could ask for. I shake her hand vigorously. Seriously, what's wrong with me? I know I'm being silly right now, but I'm so happy I can't help myself. Wait, okay, I get it. You're thankful, so time out. Tosaka backs away in a hurry. Also, she's been staring at my left arm. Let me ask you something first. Do you know whose arm that is? Huh? I nod yes, of course. Tosaka pauses, sighing deeply, then... Okay, Shiro, from now on, you're my servant. My servant saved you, so it's only fair. She says something totally outrageous. More than a little bit, yeah. What? I don't quite... Nope, I don't understand at all. I try to jumpstart my brain into processing what she just said. What are you talking about? That's a completely absurd ownership claim. Good. Ilya gives her a timely answer. You missed it, Janice. Shiro Emiya had his first thought. He even said he had a light bulb go off in his head. It's enough to bring a tear to one's eye. You're off base. To begin with, Shiro already belongs to me. You can't have him. I see. She's mad about the wrong thing entirely. You sure know how to talk big. Do you really think he belongs to you just because you let him go once? Then that goes for me too. I got really mad when he showed up at school one time like an idiot and I almost tore him a new one. You just can't control your own temper. I've been letting Shiro run free every day, so his life obviously belongs to me. I get to decide whether he lives or dies. You have nothing to do with it, so back off. I have nothing to do with it? Do you know how involved I've been with him this whole time? Don't underestimate me. Archer left him to me, so I need to shoulder that responsibility and make sure he survives. I can practically hear their teeth gnashing as they glare daggers at each other. I wait for their argument to conclude, my own frown deepening by the second. Well, I can tell that no matter who wins, it's gonna give me a headache. Yeah, that's definitely a clip-worthy moment. So, who do you choose? Just when I thought the argument was going nowhere, they both decide to turn the last choice over to me. Who what? I'm asking whose servant you're going to be. We haven't heard your opinion yet, so we should make it clear now. Yeah, Reen has noticed that you don't want to go with her. hasn't noticed you don't want to go with her, so you need to spell it out. Come on, tell her, Shiro. You're mine, right? It isn't even worth considering. The person who has the right to order me around is... Oh. Oh. Well... You know, given whose route we're on, it should be Sakura, but Sakura's a little cray-cray. And yeah, I mean, again, Ilya route. Yes, exactly. It is... This is the firmest confirmation we've had that there is an Ilya route here. Like, you know, I feel like this would be the point where Heaven's Feel splits between going the Sakura route and going the Ilya route, maybe. Just saying. Ilya, I guess? I just say the first name that comes to mind. Ilya does come earlier in the alphabet than Reen. Yeah, you're one lucky duck, Shiro. Lucky Duck. I've never heard of Lucky Duck before. Ilya hugs me tightly. As an older brother figure, I'm more than happy about that. But Tosaka doesn't look amused in the slightest. It's enough to cancel out the joy. No, to put me in negative, actually. You like making children happy, huh? You're pretty childish yourself, Emiya. Don't tell me you're into little girls. To make matters worse, she's back to calling me Emiya. She's giving me the whole wince-inducing look reserved for the utter dregs of society. You're embarrassing yourself, Reen. It isn't very ladylike to lose your temper just because you got dumped. That's why Shiro doesn't like you. You don't know what you're talking about, you precautious little brat. I'm just stating normal social values, and first of all, who are you calling dumped? Tosaka roars like a tiger. Ilya giggles and hugs me tighter. See, Shiro, Reen's so scary. But don't worry, I'll protect you no matter what she tries. Ilya beams. I'm happy to see that. Twice as happy as I was a moment ago, actually. But now I'm getting a look so cold and judgmental that I can't possibly defend myself against it. So, can we move on? What? If you've got something to say, then say it. No, it's nothing. Your taste has nothing to do with me, Emiya. I have no criticisms, but I have criticisms, but I won't voice them. But seriously, why? She asks me bluntly. However, what do you mean, why? Even I'm not sure why I chose Ilya. It's like it just happened on instinct. I can't believe this. Are you seriously one of those people? Like hell I am, idiot. I just picked her because I felt like it. I'm basically Ilya's guardian now anyway, so it only makes sense I'd choose her. Except she's older than you, but he doesn't know that, I guess. We can cut him some slack here. Just a little bit, though. Just a little slack. The man doth protest too much, methinks. Radio calisthenics. That sounds like it would be annoying. Yeah, Shiro's my servant now. Tosaka looks exasperated while Ilya is jumping for joy. Looks like you got your fighting spirit back. If you're gonna insist on it that hard, I'll respect your choice, but I feel bad for Sakura. I'm curious. I'm extremely curious what choice Tosaka thinks I'm making. But don't forget, even if you don't use it, that arm belongs to me. You have an obligation to serve me in Archer's place. Your body doesn't belong to you, only to you anymore. She is right. Tosaka lost Archer, and Archer's arm saved my life. That means I have to help her in his stead. You did. And again, it sucks that they are doing it again. I feel bad for you that you have to listen to them doing all that so often. Do they do it often, or is it only every once in a while? Yeah, I know. Setting aside the fact that you keep calling me a servant, I'll let you decide our next steps. I'm out of ideas at this point, so any knowledge you can spare would give me a surer idea of what to do. That's right, I'll do the thinking while you do the work. We're in the same boat now, so I'll be working you hard. That's right. No matter what our history is, I have a new left arm thanks to Archer. If he passed on while he still had his pact with Tosaka, then it isn't wrong of me to inherit the promises he could keep for her. Alright, let's split up for now. I'm going home to get my things. You can go on ahead, Shiro. She's staying at his house too. It's gonna be a full house. Your things. Are you coming over too? Obviously, we're going to be fighting together, so we need to actually be together. Elia doesn't like my house, and Sakura's already at your place, so that makes your house our base of operations. Oh, it does, now that you mention it. Good grief, just when I think you're getting the hang of this, you space out. Maybe I made a mistake after all. Tosaka sighs dramatically and heads down the opposite path. Elia, my house is this way. Why are you going with Tosaka? Only every once in a while? Well, that's good. I'll just be a bit. Raheen said she needed my help with something. I'll come over as soon as we're finished, so go on home first, Shiro. Huh? Yeah, go home first and, prep Sakura for the fact that 2 other girls are gonna be living in the house. Because I'm sure she will take that swimmingly well. Positive that Sakura will be only supportive of the fact that 2 more women are going to be staying in the Emiya household. Totally believe that. Elia is going to help Tosaka. Really, Tosaka? Really, we could use a secret weapon or 2 with things as they are. There's also some lids that I can't open that an Ainsburn mage might be able to. Although I'd like to avoid digging up any Tosaka heirlooms if we can help it. If Grandmaster Kisher's souvenirs are what I think they are, then I can't handle them by myself. I don't know if I pronounced his name right there. Hey, Infinity Lord, welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Completely understandable, man. Completely understandable. College is quite important, and I do not blame you for putting more focus on that than coming to my streams. But how have you been? And I should come too. I'm not interested in Karasher's relics, but Zel Schwernog sounds pretty nice. Elia pivots and runs after Tosaka, her skirt fluttering. Hey, I mean, you know, he pronounced it probably as good as I'm gonna pronounce it. I stand there confused. Never heard the name before. Maybe it's a famous term that only real mages know. Oh, Shiro, I mean, you don't know the half of it. Interlude. So many interludes on day 10. Like, it's kind of wild. Just how many we're getting. The guests have gone. The chapel returns to its usual silence and the priest gazes up at a statue. Are you sure about letting the Holy Grail go? A voice comes from behind him. A young, blonde-haired man asks the priest a question in an amused tone as if he'd been lurking nearby the entire time. I don't mind, I was never fixated on it to begin with. If the Grail goes to them, I won't stop them. Stop it. I suppose you're want. If you are truly as free of desires as you've always claimed, then it wouldn't make any sense for you to keep the Grail in check. The young man suppresses a laugh. It's as if he's mocking the priest's words, as well as his own choice of free of desire. Of course, the priest really means it. The blonde man simply doesn't understand that the priest never had any desires in his life at all. In fact, Kirei Kotomine does not need the power of the Holy Grail. All he has is his earnest pursuit. The Holy Grail should respond to its own wishes. If a wish granter that can only give answers that one approves of to questions that arise from oneself. And what meaning is there in an answer that one wished for? Kotomine asked once again, do you truly lack interest in the Holy Grail? I have no use for a granter of wishes. I am sure that applies to you as well, Gilgamesh. Both of our goals are not wishes of our own. We simply pursue pleasure because we think the outcome would be amusing. It is no different from a meal. One should make one's own wishes come true, but this cannot save a human. The priest keeps looking up at the statue. Beyond it, at a time more than 10 years passed, when he still waited for his wish to come true. Well, that's good. He was born to a traveling priest in the year 1967. He was told his name, Kirei, was a prayer. His father named him thus, hoping he he would be pure and beautiful. The son grew up as his father hoped. From a young age, he was a surprisingly insightful youth who possessed good morals and wisdom. His father was happy to have been blessed with a worthy successor, and his son understood his father's joy. The son excelled at making his father happy. That was probably why his father valued him so. With that in mind, the boy matured according to his father's ideals. He had no doubts that he could not love his father, and was only appeasing his expectations was a separate matter. The boy named Kirei grew up healthy and sound. There was just one problem. He was always confused by what his father called beautiful. He became aware of this discrepancy one morning. On that day he woke up, rose from his bed, and realized. He is not sure why he realized it at that moment. In fact, he was troubled that he had not noticed it sooner. In any case, he realized he had forgotten something. His father prayed for him to be beautiful, and named him Kirei. That was what the boy had always questioned. All of the things his father considered beautiful, not once in his life did he ever feel the same about them. That's all there was to it. He thought moths were beautiful, not butterflies. Poisonous plants, not roses. Evil, not good. Even though he had common sense, believed in morals, and understood that being good was just, the boy was born with a fascination in everything that was the opposite of that. Nobody could understand his agony. Even Kirei himself could not tell whether he was truly in anguish. That is fair, Infinity Lord. Like, going out of state to study can be a good thing, but, like, if you have the option to study closer to home, I'd say go for it. Personally, like, you don't want to be too overly reliant on parents and such, but you don't want to become too detached from them either. That's just my humble opinion. Plus, you know, oftentimes studying out of state does cost more money than studying in state, and money be very important. Still, he tried his best. He continued to seek purity and beauty, values that he never had from the beginning. He flayed his own skin, tore out his muscles, plucked out his bones. If he lacked in his heart, then he might be able to find it elsewhere in his body. His father was on a pilgrimage to holy places for over 10 years. He must have walked enough steps to reach the moon itself. He did not seek physical suffering. To begin with, believers like him valued spiritual penance over physical toil. During those virtuous deeds, the boy stopped eating. According to morals he was taught and believed in, if he was born a sinner, then it was only right that he suffer a fitting punishment. This continued for another 10 years. He never found the values that he sought, but arrived at another conclusion in their place. It was nothing impressive. In the end, he realized that he was born without the ability to feel what other humans call happiness. It was considered good and correct for people to be happy. Charity, trust, glory, security. He simply realized he was born with a defect, and an inability to derive such joy from things. So he's a psychopath, or he has psychopathy, rather. He only found delight in the suffering of others, their killing, their love and hate, their downfall. It was only in these negative things that the boy felt happiness. What made him unhappy was the fact that he had such a strong sense of morality, in spite of his thinking patterns. Having realized this at a young age, the boy endeavored with all of his might to overcome his inability to reconcile his own values with that of the world around him. Instead of accepting himself and living in pursuit of pleasure when he could not find joy in other things people considered good, he attempted to save himself by making himself more human. He walked a path of faith and began to preach about life like his father did. It was said that God would forgive all, that perhaps even someone born with a fatal flaw could be saved as well. But only a cruel outcome awaited him. Even though he followed God's teachings, obeyed his laws, and lived a simple life, he never found any greater pleasure than the suffering of others. Even as he believed in the church's doctrine that forbade any immorality, he felt nothing but corrupt thoughts. Of course, it was not painful for him. He was seeking something that he never had. He had lost nothing in the process, so there was nothing to lament. By the time the priest grew into a man, he was left with only one question. Why? Why, among all the lives he could have lived, did he find joy in sin? If a deviant like him felt affirmed by committing sin and getting drunk on corruption, that would make sense. If he stood to benefit from vice, if he hurt others for his own greed and used that profit to reap further gain, that would be logically consistent. And yet, why did he never once face a choice to turn from good to evil? He was born outside the rules and would die cut off from the rest of the world. What did it all mean? Did it mean he was born broken and destined to inflict harm on the world? All the while lecturing about values, comprehending morals, and enforcing justice? He concluded that such evil could not, should not exist. But so what? If such a person could not exist, then why was he born anyway? Yes, if something is flawed from the start, then it simply need not be created. The world hates evil and purges its faults. And yet something that nobody wished was born, living a life that awaited only execution and death. Where is my sin? The men kept asking. What he gained from his long anguish and blind faith was not salvation, only a question. It was not suffering, but a pure riddle, a feeling of anger with no place to go. Then why did you become a master? If you have no desire, then you don't need the Holy Grail. The man's question snaps him out of his reverie. The priest, Kiri Kotomene, nods in self-mockery. I never needed the Grail, I was just interested in its contents. 10 years ago I sought it out because I wanted to let it exist as it is. No matter what the Holy Grail may be, I bless it for trying to give birth. That is my task. Even if you don't care at all what it gives birth to. Of course, I was uninterested in its contents last time as well. I was only driven by my displeasure of a man who was my polar opposite. But the priest thinks. He is interested in Kiri Kotomene's conclusion. In the end of a man who can only find happiness in the suffering of others. Zauken Mato's schemes. The birth of yet another Holy Grail. A thing called all the evil in the world. Created by people yet unwanted by them. If such a being can truly be conceived, that must be the whereabouts of good and evil, something which is stuffed in a shell but never allowed to hatch. There are no answers to be found in the Holy Grail. It is a wish granter which gives form to its master's desires. Thus it cannot grant revelations to someone without any desires. But the Holy Grail will give me no answers, but what if it gives birth to something that can? What? The young man narrows his eyes. The priest laughs in front of the statue. Kotomene. His smile is like that of a dying woman. To think this unfeeling man could make such an expression. Excuse me. The answer is nearly upon me, even if my question is blasphemy. Looking up at the statue, the priest's eyes are not laughing. Then, like an angel descending upon the earth, then I swear before the Almighty, I will question the Lord unto death with all my might. He gazes off into the distant sky, a curse burning in his eyes. That's not ominous at all. Totally not ominous. I go up the hill. There's no life in the town. It's only 8 or 9 o'clock, but not only is there no one outside, the town doesn't even have the warmth of people living in it. I find myself leaning against a fence. My left arm is burning. Maybe I stopped being tense once I was alone, but my left arm's been hurting ever since I started up the hill. I'm putting someone else's arm through a lot, so of course it would. I'm having a hard time catching my breath. The heat spreads through my left arm with each step I take, its temperature slowly rising. Hey, Viper! Welcome to the stream. Happy things. Facecam started about a month ago, so essentially I reached my halfway marker for what my weight would be. I hit like 15 pounds lost. Technically, at this point, I've lost 20 pounds since I started my weight loss journey, and, you know, just because I feel more confident with my physical appearance, I decided I'm going to bring the face cam back. So, pretty much since October, the face cam has been live and in charge. But, hey, Viper. Once again, how be things? How be things? Whenever it gets too far away from my normal body temperature, fresh pain stabs into my chest from the tip of my shoulder. It hurts on my end too, not just in the arm. I rest my back against the wall and take a deep breath. I've more or less gotten used to how the pain works. It's like a refrigeration. For whatever reason, my left arm becomes hot whenever I move. Once enough heat builds up in the arm, it gets dumped into my body. That sounds like it would suck. The pain comes from the heat burning my body. I have the acute sensation of something foreign being injected, and it feels like it's being cut, then heated. Every time the red vertigo comes, I feel a long blade stab me in the shoulder, and I almost think I hear the grinding sounds inside my body. That's fair. That is completely fair. Technology is great when it works properly. To be honest, I'm not sure how much more of this I can take. Berserkers torn my stomach open before, and riders caved in my ribcage in. Even though I've experienced damage like that before, the thought of my own arms stabbing my body gives me chills. I mean, yeah, that sounds like it would be like your own arm stabbing your body. And it's okay. Calm down. If I can stop my body temperature from getting any worse, it should make this thing behave. You know, Shiro, it sounds like you need to go to Antarctica or something. I look up at the night sky as I study my breathing. It's already been 20 minutes since I parted ways with Tosaka and Ilya. Before I would have gotten home by now, but I can't let Sakura see me in this winded and sweaty. I should keep my left arm problems to myself. Damn that Kotomene. Go back to my normal life? I'm never getting used to this thing. I press my hand into my left shoulder, against the red cloth wrapping my arm. My left arm can't so much as twitch, and it's as hard as iron. Okay. I'm not sweating anymore. My breathing is regular. It's getting late, so I'd better look as preppy as I can and say hi to Sakura. Yeah, it's not like she's the one who ate your arm or anything. Looking for a gaming laptop, no idea what to look for, and you have no job. I know Asus laptops are pretty good. And, I mean, my laptop's pretty old, but I have an HP Omen. I don't know if they have a new Omens out or anything, but, you know, the Omen line of laptops is pretty good for gaming. As far as the job, though, yeah, I'm going to have to start looking for a job myself before too long, because I should have my degree in, like, 3 to 4 months, and then it's job hunt time. Should probably look before that, though, just to be safe. I take a deep breath and announce myself as loudly as I walk through the front door. Welcome home, Senpai. Sakura's already at the entrance, like she's been waiting here the whole time. Hey, why do you look so down? I'm glad you came to greet me, but it's hard to be so happy if you're making a face like that. Shiro, you very clearly have something wrapped around your arm. You know Ryder was at the forest. Shiro, please have your second thought ever and realize that Ryder might have told Sakura about what happened. Take off my shoes and go into the corridor. For now, I want to rest my body. 5 years old, already showing signs of wear. Yeah, my laptop's pretty old as well, thinking about it. I think my laptop's around 5 years old or so, maybe even more. 5 to 8 is your limit, anything higher is PC money. That's fair. Like, the only reason I have the laptop I have, and my laptop originally did cost like 1.2 grand, is because it was at the same time I started building my credit. So the store I went to has its own credit card line. Like, they can extend to a line of credit that is essentially a credit card, and it's like, you know, I need to build my credit. It's a $1,000 limit. Okay, so I can max out this card now, pay the other couple $100, and then I just have my credit slowly increasing, you know? And to be honest, it's worked out great. Like, it's worked out really great, the whole credit line thing, so I mean, if you've got the money to spare, I would say that. But generally, you do need a job for, yeah. PC is probably better off, though. Like, no doubt about it, a PC is the better piece of technology. Adjust my seated position. I'll go to the living room and have a cup of tea before I tell Sakura what happened today. I shouldn't do that. Better tell what happened before I have tea. Tosaka will be here soon. If I don't explain the situation first, Sakura will be on guard against Tosaka. About today, Sakura. You aren't going to say anything? Before I can finish, Sakura asks me a faltering question. Say what exactly? Sakura is silent. She's looking at my left arm. Now this... yeah, I'd be surprised if I were you too. It's wrapped in thick cloths that are clearly more than just bandages. Sakura may not know what happened, but anyone would notice that. Yeah, I got a little hurt, but I can move just fine, so it's no big deal. This wrapper's actually in the way, but Kotamine keeps telling me not to take it off. Oh my god, Shiro. Like... Shiro, come on, man. Why are you lying to her? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, I get it, Shiro, I get it. You have a tendency to lie to Sakura when it comes to anything magic related. You know? Anything that comes to magic, you think, oh, Sakura's innocent, she should not be involved in it, she won't understand, when she's probably more magically knowledgeable than you, Shiro. So I understand, Shiro, you have a habit of lying to Sakura. Now is not the time to lie to Sakura. You have no room for a PC? That's fair. That is completely fair, Viper. A laptop would be the better choice, then. Fair point, Janice, fair point. And dual enrollment class you'll take next semester? I mean, go for whatever might be... It kind of depends on your dual enrollment, I would say, and what you intend to go into later on down the line. But getting some, if possible, I would say, yeah, pre-calc is not a bad choice. Just hope, because college level calculus can definitely be different from normal level calculus. Like, I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but in high school I took pre-calc and then calc 1, and then when I got to college I tried to take like calc 1 college level. I understood nothing. I took pre-calc and calculus, and neither of them had any relevance to college level calculus. So be careful with that, Infinity Lord. That's all I'll say. He did give me medical treatment, so I figured I'll do what he says. I pat my left arm to show him okay. But that just makes Sakura go even more quiet. Hey, I'm okay. Really, it just looks bad, but it was just a scratch. It'll get better soon, so you don't need to worry. Isn't a scratch at all. It isn't even your own arm. How can you say that when you can't even move your fingers? Even I won't be fooled by such obvious lies. Or you're not telling me because you don't trust me to understand. Ooh. Sakura go boom. Yeah, go for what you can handle is a good one. Viper, we do not condone cheating. Condoning cheating is not a good thing. Now, if they are open book tests and the like, you know, then it's fine. Like to use the books or something while taking tests. But yeah, some classes in university were way out of my league as well back in the day. She lashes out with fiery anger. I'm speechless at my own stupidity. I didn't consider what Sakura must have felt like staying at home by herself all day. I'm sorry. I don't mean to blame you for it. I just want you to take better care of yourself and, no, you're right, but you're also wrong. I'm not upset because you yelled at me. I'm surprised and sorry because this is the first time I've seen you sincerely angry. Very strict because enrolling in visual communication, you get more practical tests than open books. Understandable. You're sorry. Yeah, I know I shouldn't bluff, especially in front of you. I just I think I just didn't want you to see me being so lame, so I pretended I was okay. But doing that makes me look even worse. It's only normal that you'd be upset. Oh no, I've never once thought that you looked lame. No, I definitely am. What was I thinking? Hoping not to make her worry by telling her nothing at all. I was just trying to put on a strong front for Sakura. Yeah, sorry Sakura. They got me good. My arm got fixed somehow, but I couldn't help you. That isn't true. You did great, Senpai. I wasn't watching or anything, but you looked really cool. I really was pathetic back there, so it hurts to hear that. I couldn't help Ilya as much as I wanted. All I could do was run away. But you still came home to me. I'm so happy you kept your promise. Yeah, about that, you're not going to be the only one in this house anymore. Oh yeah, me too. I scratched my head bashfully. Still, though, I'm both happy and embarrassed to have her say that to me. Yeah, again, Shiro be oblivious to not catch that. Shiro be oblivious. Yeah, I survived. That's enough, right? Yes, you're very dashing. I've fallen for you all over again. Sakura seems to have cheered up incredibly because she gives me a sunny grin. I don't know what exactly to say to that, so I just... What am I supposed to say now, Tosaka? Uh-oh. Who knows, but if you want my opinion, I wish you two wouldn't flirt so much in the doorway. I turn to Tosaka, who's right behind me. Our surprised voices harmonize. Sakura and I take a surprised half step back. How long have you been there, Tosaka? What are you doing at our house? Oh, wow. Our house. Yeah, Sakura's definitely laying her claim down. No. I have never watched Chainsaw Man before. I've heard of Chainsaw Man, but I've not watched the anime yet. You might take 2 dual enrollment next semester, not fully sure what you want to do. Second one out of pre-calc. Do any kind of gen ed that you can get out of the way if possible, Infinity Lord. That's what I would suggest. And we exclaim our shock in unison too. Don't give me that. Just when I thought you two were filling her in, I catch you two having a friendly spat. Do you even understand how urgent things are right now, Shiro? Tosaka sets a large overnight bag down on the entrance floor. Behind her, I see Ilya standing silently, looking very tense. Tosaka-senpai, I don't mind if you want to continue things from last night. Since Senpai is protecting me, I'll fight you with everything I have as a Matou mage. Sakura balls her hands into fists and enters a staring match with Tosaka. No, it's more like a frog desperately standing up to a snake that's spotted its prey. Looks like he still hasn't told you. Okay, Sakura. We're tabling your disposal for the time being. My first priority is to defeat Zauken. I can settle things with you later. Though once we beat Zauken, I won't need to fight you anymore, so hopefully it'll work out that way. Huh? Then you're... I'm helping you... No, Shiro defeat Zauken. But it wastes a lot of time if I live far away, right? So I'm gonna start living here from tonight, and I'll train him too. It's gonna take some Spartan training to get him into fighting shape. On that note, I'll be borrowing Shiro for a while. It's gonna be a rough treatment, but I'm sure you both won't mind. What? Rin starts laying out my schedule without any input from me. Oh, wait, Tosaka, this is too sudden. You can't do that! Who gave you the right to decide that, Tosaka-senpai? I need time to mentally prepare myself, you know? I meekly protest. Of course, my opinion is completely rejected by Sakura's outcry and Tosaka's stern glance. Oh, so all I need is the right to decide? I have that too. He's only alive thanks to me. Until Shiro repays that debt, he has to do what I say. If I order him to surrender his home or cook me 3 meals a day, he'll gladly comply, won't he? Oh, Rin knows what she is doing. Tosaka, people are bound to get the wrong idea when you say it that way. It can't be. Is that true, Senpai? Yeah, I'm not happy about the way she makes it sound, but what she's saying is true. One Piece is going good. They just met the ninja on Zou. And it does look like there's up to some of, Whole Cake Island arc on Netflix as well, so I will be gradually making my way through that. But beyond that, I have not started watching any new anime this season. Plus, it's better to have more allies. The Zouken is definitely after you right now. If Tosaka's with us, then I can protect you. Besides, Tosaka's her big sister. I'd prefer it if they were together, and I don't want them to fight. I understand. If that's what you decided, I'll go along with it. Sakura looks away. That sells that, then. I'm coming in. Come on, Shiro. Take me to a guest room. I saw a separate guest house on the way here. Oh, where do you want to sleep, Ilya? Try not to overwork yourself, Infinity Lord. I would say do not overwork yourself. Take a break and just, like, use your summer before university to relax and de-stress, and then go into university feeling fresh. That is my humble opinion. Like, doing too much school too fast is definitely, like, a bad thing, but you don't want to take too many breaks from it as well, because, I mean, you're in the US of A, so you essentially have gone through 12 straight years of school, and that means 12 straight years, at least 12, of having a summer vacation. Don't break that habit so soon. It doesn't really matter, but not close to her. Is that so? You can have the tatami room then. Tosaka and Ilya casually banter. They seem close enough to be on a first-name basis now. Alright, Sakura. This is Ilya. Her berserker got taken out, but we managed to save her. She's gonna be staying with us like Tosaka, so try to get along. I introduced Sakura and Ilya to each other. Hi, Sakura. I heard you're the daughter of the Makiri, but I won't hold that against you. You seem like you know Shiro, so I'll give you special treatment. Okay, then I'll treat you the same way. That's not ominous at all. Huh? That's the extent of their greetings. Ilya leaves Tosaka and walks to the living room. As she does... Oh, that glare! I see Sakura watching her with somewhat cold eyes. Man. I do like how much more emotive Sakura has become, like, now that the secret is out. Dinner comes and goes like a sudden storm. Okay, to call it a storm would be misleading. It was more like a doldrum where you lose track of time because there's no wind, and then it ends before you know it. Anyway, it was dinner fraught with tension. Should I make dinner then? It'll be like having soba noodles for housewarming. With that, Tosaka starts cooking on her own, and I'm forced to admit she's better at it than me. No! This is not how it works! This is not what the fanon has said. The fanon has said that Shiro Emiya is the best of all cooks. That is what the fans have said. Shiro Emiya is a S-tier cook. He would be at home in Benny Enma's kitchen. There's nothing about how Rin cooks, except that she cooks spicy foods, because Kotomine broke her into liking spicy stuff. That is what the fan knowledge says. What is this whole Tosaka's better cook than him? Bah! Bah! I reject that notion. You're good at cooking. Sakura was stunned, but she still ended up eating the food too. I was so stressed out by everything happening, like Tosaka's home cooking, eating together with Tosaka, and Sakura looking downtrodden, not to mention the awkward vibe between her and Ilya, that I couldn't really move much. Good Lord, Shiro, have you learned not to think in run-on sentences? As a result, I couldn't enjoy her excellent cooking and spent the hour being reminded what a flawless overachiever Rin Tosaka is. And then... I've got some stuff to prep in my room, so I'll turn in for the night. We can hash out the details tomorrow morning. Get some rest, everyone. She even washes all the dishes until they're spotless before she excuses herself. You probably do pre-calc in your current dual enrollment English, mainly because you're better at math than English. Nothing wrong with being better at math than English. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm going to my room too. Everyone's tired after the force today, so we'd better sleep early. I don't know if that was a dig at Sakura, but Ilya leaves without looking at her. Seriously, what is going on? In a sense, everything's going just as Tosaka predicted. Although, Ilya's attitude has been weird. The way she's treating Sakura is similar to the icy demeanor she had when we first met. Why is Illy being so gruff with her when it's their first time meeting? The Ainsburns and Makiri must just not get along. According to Kotomene, the Ainsburn, Makiri, and Tosaka were prestigious mage families that founded the Holy Grail War. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Apparently the Ainsburns had the most authority, so maybe Ilya thinks of Tosaka and Sakura as beneath her. I hope she doesn't give you the wrong impression, Sakura. Ilya can be difficult when she's in a bad mood, but I'm sure you'll get along once you talk with her. Also, I love how Shiro is calling everybody by their first name except for Rin. Like, it's kind of funny. She's just shy towards strangers. Hey, Sakura? Sakura doesn't answer. I watch her head waver until she falls limply backward. I catch her by the shoulders. Senpai, what's wrong? Why are you making such a scary face? Sakura didn't even realize it. She's asking me what's happening, as if she wasn't about to faint. It's nothing. I let go of her shoulders. Looks like that wasn't enough to make her notice. I'm sorry. I was a little tired, so I fell asleep. She apologizes for something she doesn't even understand. Oh, Shiro, she knows what's going on with her body. Yeah, I bet you haven't had much rest for the last 2 days. You heard Tosaka. Let's just go to sleep. You don't need to make yourself stay awake. Right. I'll take you up on that, then. I should feel better tomorrow if I get a good night's sleep. Since Tosaka-senpai took care of us tonight, I'll make breakfast tomorrow morning. I'll cook the things you like for breakfast. She stands up with a mischievous grin. Her gait is steady. Accompanying her to her bedroom would backfire right now. Oh, what? Shiro! I don't even think she implied that she wanted that, man. Shiro's a horned dog right now. If Sakura's trying to convince me that she's okay, then I should believe her. Alright, go ahead and show her who's boss. You're our last line of defense, Sakura. To be honest, we need to hit back at Tosaka or we're done for. I feel sorry for you, Janice. You can count on me. I knock her out in one punch. I feel like she means that literally. That sounds promising. I'll do what little I can to help too. Let's sleep early tonight, then meet up in the kitchen at 6 in the morning. Yes, I'll be waiting, senpai. Sakura gives me a polite bow and then leaves for the side hallway. Just before she's gone, senpai, please don't tell my sister what happened just earlier. She says in a strained voice without turning around. Yeah, you just dozed off. It isn't worth mentioning. Right. Good night, senpai. She slides the door shut. Sakura goes off to the guest room without looking back. She must mean her fading spell. Sakura isn't recovering as well as she hopes. Kotomene said she only has days left. Regardless of what Zouken wants to do to her, she isn't stable. That's why she's been trying to put on a strong front. She'll be fine. That's what she insists on telling us because she doesn't want us to worry. Excuse me. Her sister, huh? Sakura never refers to Tosaka that way except when we're alone. And then only when something's weighing on her mind. When she can't stop herself from wishing for help, she calls Tosaka her big sister. Their complicated family background is what led to being a wall being built between sisters. If we can destroy that wall, then they can go back to being regular siblings. I think that might be the best thing I can do for Sakura. There are so many better things, like getting the worms out of her without killing her. Keeping her lifespan from being snuffed out in a couple of days. Those are just 2 things that you could do for her that would be better than just repairing the sisterly bond. Yeah, they're off to a rocky start, but there's still hope. No one saw the situation coming, but it might turn out to be a good chance to tear down that wall. Tear down that wall! I don't know who says that line, but I know it's a famous line. So hot. I open my eyes. I can't sleep. My pajamas are heavy with sweat. I kick off the covers. I wipe my forehead, finding it slick with enough sweat to soak a kitchen rag. I can't think straight. Did the summer-like heat cook my brain? I think as hard as I can, but I can't tell what, when, or where this is. I go out into the yard. I just want to cool off my burning body. Was the room hot, or was it just me? Thinking is a pain, so I'll sleep in the shed tonight. It's cold in there. It doesn't matter whether it's hot or... Suddenly, stabbing pain drives me to my knees. I keel over, panting hard. I'm awake. I clutch my left arm, the source of the heat and the pain. It's wrapped in a holy shroud. The red cloth locks the arm up tight. I can move it, but it's wrapped so tightly the blood is cut off. Then I wonder if it's the cloth that's hurting my arm. Maybe it'll actually go back to normal if I take this off. It's a terribly enticing delusion. I haven't even seen what's under the red cloth yet. It's not that I don't want to believe what the priest said, but what if he's wrong? Nothing's that wrong. That is a grammar mistake. Good lord. Nothing's that wrong with my heart. Like, I understand they're trying to say nothing is that wrong with my arm, but the apostrophe S gives it, like, no. Like, they did not need to go with an apostrophe S here. Nothing's that wrong with my arm? No, they should have gone with nothing is that wrong with my arm. Like, grammar choice. Oh, terrible choice here, translators. You did not need to go with that choice there. Maybe if I unwrap it, it'll be just the same old arm I've always known. It can't possibly be made of steel. The only reason I can't move it is because it's bound up so tightly. If I unwrap it, I'm sure... Ooh. Another save choice. Also, we are still on day 10. Like, I am almost 2 hours into this stream picking up, like, towards what I thought was the end of day 10, and we are still in day 10. I don't think I'm going to be able to do any of day 11. I think, essentially, when I'm done with day 10, I'm done with stream, because this is going on forever, and I don't want to be, like, having days be half on one stream and half on another stream. At this current pace, like, 5 hours I've spent on day 10. Because I'm pretty sure the last stream went about 3 hours. So 4 to 5 hours have been spent on day 10 alone. So yeah. I think after day 10 is done, I'm going to do day 11 next stream because it is long, day 10. And I kind of want to get back to having a whole day be one stream. Hopefully. Hopefully they're not as long as this one. Anyways, with this choice we have here... So, I honestly don't know. Like, as far as the Heaven's Feel movie goes, it's very much implied that the first time Shiro takes off the Shroud of Martin is in a fight where he manifests a specific weapon. Again, I don't want to spoil too much based off the movie. So, movie canon, he doesn't take it off. However, as Janice just pointed out, Shiro is a dum-dum, you know? And, you know, to be fair, beyond the Shiro is a dum-dum ideology, Shiro also doesn't really trust Kotomine that much. Like, Kotomine is the one that said, do not take this off. And even though Shiro is no reason not to trust Kotomine, he does not trust Kotomine. So, like, if Kotomine is saying, yeah, don't take this off, it'll be a bad idea, I feel like that might be a sort of Shiro would take it off just to spite Kotomine sort of situation. So, take it off. That'll be my old left arm. But yeah, he is also just stupid. What? Can't breathe. Nerves. My nerves. Hurts. Alive, but can't feel. Cold. Die. Hurry. Put it back on. Scared. Arm. Hurry. Put it back on under the cloth. It's dark. This isn't my arm. That was a screen. What was I doing? For a second I tried undoing the cloth wrap. I don't understand what happened after that. What happened to me? What will happen to me? It took place just a few seconds ago, but I can't remember it at all. I can't do it. Seriously? If I take it off, I'll die. The priest was telling the truth. See, he did not... So, I was justified in that Shiro does not trust Kotomene, so he would take it off for that reason. And the stupidity. I don't know exactly what's happening, but whatever's under that cloth, it isn't mine. Just forget it. I can't move my arm, that's all. If I keep thinking about it, my mind will go dull from the terror. I can't afford to let that happen. Archer didn't give up his arm to save my life just so I could freeze in fear. Yeah, I should think about Sakura, not my arm. Sakura seemed the same as she was this morning, but I never know when she might collapse. I need to defeat Zauken and obtain the Holy Grail before then. Right now, I need to think of the ways to make that happen. Ways to beat Zauken and Assassin with one arm. And they're not my only enemies. We're facing a mysterious, unknowing foe, too. Unknown foe. I don't know the story behind it. I have no idea what that black shadow is, nor how Saber came to be Zauken's servant. All I know is that she's my enemy now. Actually, I do know something. I don't have a chance of beating her. I don't know what the dull pain in my arm is going to turn into next. I'm at an overwhelming disadvantage, and I'm starting to lose sight of even who I am. I would say that the grammar there is atrocious. I'm starting to lose sight of who I even am anymore, or who I am anymore. Don't even need the even in there, like, ugh. Maybe it's because I'm writing my own story that I am noticing these grammar mistakes more often. Maybe. How am I supposed to protect Sakura in this state? I hear footsteps and stand up. Someone's behind me. I can tell who's here without even needing to turn around. Raida! The black-clad servant is as stoic as ever. Before, she wouldn't have announced herself with so much noise, so she must have done it for my benefit. What do you want, Ryder? Ryder looks down at me wordlessly. Not that it matters, but Ryder is tall. Something must be wrong with me to suddenly care about that. Is something funny, Shiro? I haven't said anything. Oh, it's nothing, Ryder. You're taller than me, right? I've seen you a few times, but I just noticed. I was laughing because I'm so oblivious. He acknowledges his obliviousness. Truly, it is a day of miracles. Or night, I guess, because it is technically night right now. I see. You were looking like you were struggling earlier, but it seems my concern was misplaced. Is it just me, or does Ryder sound a little angry? Anyway, Ryder, did you come to help me today? I can't remember anything, but I feel like I remember you carrying me from the forest to the church. Yes, I carried you there. Sakura told me to protect you. I merely obeyed her order as her servant. Oh, I appreciate that, but that means she had to use her magical energy. So... Yes, Sakura's lost more of her already dwindling power. If she continues to use me like she did today, I will devour her entirely. Ryder's voice is flat. It doesn't contain any malice or pity for Sakura. She's just stating the facts of being a servant. Can I ask you something? I do not mind. Ask your question. Okay then. Would you kill Sakura if she lost all of her command spells? A master who runs out of command spells would typically get attacked by their own servant. Okay, whoever perpetuated that is a complete idiot. Like... Shiro. How little does Shiro think of the servants? How little does he think of them? If Sakura and Ryder don't have a bond of trust, Ryder will ruthlessly kill Sakura and use her body as fuel until she makes a pact with the new master. And he's also being dumb here too because he saw Ryder disobey Shinji when Shinji was her master at the time to protect Sakura. So Shiro knows Ryder and Sakura have a bond. Shiro. Ryder's only protecting Sakura as her servant. It doesn't seem like it's out of any genuine affection. Oh my. That's why I need to determine her intentions here. So, would you kill her? Yes, if Sakura wishes it, I will put an end to her suffering myself. But, Shiro, I want her to live. Then you won't attack her even if she doesn't have command spells. The binding of command spells has nothing to do with it. As long as Sakura is my master, I will protect her of my own will, because I am fond of her. Huh? Really? Yes, does that surprise you that I have emotions of my own, Shiro? I mean, he's not the... He's not even the sharpest blade in the armory. No, sorry, I had the wrong idea. You don't seem that way, I just... There's no need to apologize. I've never discussed it with Sakura, and she does not speak up to me about it. But Shiro, a master summons a servant that is similar to them. It is no coincidence that you summoned Saber. Your souls must have been similar somehow. Sakura and I are the same in that sense. Neither of us are talkative, so it stands to reason that conversations do not happen. But even without it, we understand each other. Ryder's voice takes on a clearly warm tone. From her appearance, I imagined her to be more cold and ruthless, but now I'm wondering if she's truly a gentle soul. Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm very happy to know that Sakura has you on her side. You are? Then it's my turn. Shiro, do you understand what Sakura has endured ever since she was adopted by the Makiri? I couldn't possibly understand. Though I've already heard from Kotomene's lips what happened to her. I don't. That's why I don't think I should talk about it. Yeah. I'm the lowest of mages, but even I know what kind of person Zauken is. It's easy to imagine the awful things he's capable of, and it would probably be close to the truth. Still, I could never claim to understand what Sakura's been through. Indeed, Sakura has been trying to not let you know. If you claimed that you understood it, then I would have killed you. Ooh! For Sakura's sake? Yes, but it seems unnecessary now. Yeah, Ryder be intense. You're clumsy and inexperienced, but trustworthy at your core. That is how you saved Sakura. Before she met you, she was utterly resigned to her fate. For many years, every day was hopeless. But she began to change when she met you, Shiro. You helped her to remember what it is to feel emotions other than despair. Pain and suffering were the greatest among them, but to someone who has only ever known despair, you were her one and only salvation. Excuse me. I can't quite read the intent behind what Ryder is saying. I don't know why she came to love me when she suffered on a level that I could never possibly relate to, but her words are utterly sincere coming from someone who shares her senses with her master. Ryder is quiet. It's like she's speaking on Sakura's behalf. You said that you would make Sakura happy, but to her, these last 2 years have been the happiest times of her life. Her voice contains quiet sadness and gratitude. That's all I wanted to ask you. What makes Sakura happy is having you by her side. She does not wish for anything else. Ryder examines me thoroughly through her blindfold. Her expression inquires if I understand the significance of what she's saying. Just smile and nod, Shiro. Smile and nod. To Sakura Mato, Shiro Emiya's fighting this war is a threat to her own happiness. Ryder's challenging what I plan to do with the speed-up body of mine. But I try to clench my unmoving left hand. If I can still fight, then I have to, no matter what shape I'm in. I swore that I'd save Sakura. I decided that I'd fight for her sake now, not to end the war. That's why, if I stop here, then I'll have nothing left. Silence falls over us. Ryder stops talking and I stare at the ground, not answering. I wonder how much time passes. Will you be on Sakura's side, Shiro? No matter what happens from now on? The answer to her question is obvious. Shiro Emiya swore to be Sakura Mato's ally. I have to nod firmly. I know that, but I can't say it out loud. Then just nod your head, Shiro. No matter what happens, deep inside myself, I realize what she means. I understand. I won't press you, as the answer will be evident soon. I hope you're prepared for the consequences when that time comes. Ryder virtually blends into the darkness as she departs. I watch her go and then look up at the sky. Damn it. Yeah. She's noticed that I couldn't give her a clear answer. The black shadow that I still don't understand. This unstable left arm. The ideals I followed my entire life that I decided to cast aside. They all show me where I'm headed. With the Holy Grail, I could make any other wish come true. But perhaps my wish to make Sakura happy is an illusion that no amount of power can ever grant. Quite possibly, Shiro. Quite possibly. Quite insightful of him, even. Oh my goodness, we're still not done! There's an interlude! But it's red. That's kind of like ominous interlude. Why are we getting an ominous interlude game? I dream of a box for breeding bugs. A ruined nest. Black pupa. I have no memory of my birth. I thrive and flourish. My roots have always been unknown. I have no memory of my death day. I walk at a steady pace. My empty head sways from side to side, absent of any clear destination. Shiver and tremble, go, go. My dry hands and feet rattle like paper balloons, tumbling along the ground. I'll get to float once I grow up. Go, 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 go. Hey, check out, you rate that. Somebody squeaks as they come up to me. Oh, nice broad barefoot. Damn. Pale. People swarm up to me. Right? Join us. Kill some time. Oh boy, I think I know what's gonna happen. Empty laughter. I don't remember asking them to come. They're scaring me. Time to go home. Hey, where think going? Hold up, you bitch. Jeez. Somebody's asking for death. Don't you... Why else walk town? Yeah, mean, we better protect, right? These guys, they're just asking to be murked. Totally, bro. Love helping. Folks. Trouble. Something tells me these guys do not have the best intentions in mind. I'm just getting that inkling. Are you guys getting the inkling that whoever these guys are, they might not have the best intentions in mind? I don't know. It's hard to tell. They keep chasing me. Their screeching gives me a headache. So my empty tummy rumbles. Wait, hold, what? G? Don't run, asshole. Help! What the? Where'd you? They did that noise better than I think I ever could. No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh! I dream of a box for breeding bugs. Tonight, I squished one. Yeah. That's certainly something, isn't it? Okay. Finally, we have reached day 11. Good gracious, that took forever to do. Like, day 10 is by far the longest day of any of the routes. Day 10 Heaven's Feel, longest, hands down. And because of that, I think I'm going to call this one here. We will take care of day 11, hopefully. Okay, back to title, because I don't want that screeching sound constantly going in the background. We will take on day 11, hopefully in full, in the next stream. But for now, I do think that it is time for me to sign off. Before I do that, though, check the flowchart here. And I want to go to Heaven's Feel, just so I can see what was all on day 10. Yeah, I mean, like, holy cow. Like, this was day 9. Look at day 9 on the other routes, and compare it to day 9 of Heaven's Feel. Like, holy cow. And it's the same... Okay, like... I'm beginning to see why these are taking so long. Just, like, every stretch of time seems to be covered. There's, like, no gaps. Like, the huge gap there in the other routes. And look how much is after that in Heaven's Feel. That is wild. But, so it does not look like taking the shroud off was a choice that has any immediate consequences or not, but we'll find out later. So for now, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you did, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you for sticking around to the end. Please make sure to drop this video a like to show you enjoyed what you saw. Comment down below if you have anything to say at all. And subscribe to the channel so you can find out when new vids come live. And don't forget, if you want to catch me live, you can always check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord where you can follow or join to get exactly that. But once more, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.